Hey friends, welcome back to She's At It Again. My name is Tanya. I don't normally make videos this late in the day, but it's time for dinner. It's been storming all day. My husband's out of town, and I have a recipe that I want to make right before I serve it. So it's a pasta dish. This is sun-dried tomato pasta, and it goes together so quickly from the looks of the recipe. It was just too much to pass up. So anyway, let's go over here, turn our stovetop on, and get things heated up, and let's make some pasta real quick. Go with me. All right, let's get going. From the looks of this, it may not take 15 minutes because, number one, I have all my stuff together right there. I think I have it all together. So anyway, okay, 3 tablespoons of butter. I've got my skillet heating up already. And 3 cloves of garlic, which to me that just means a bunch of minced garlic. Just a big heaping teaspoon. I have these sun-dried tomatoes, and I drained the oil off of them, and I pulled the label off. I'm not sure why I pulled the label off, but I pulled the label off. Now some of these are used out of here. I used them for something recently, and honestly, I don't even remember what it was. I'm going to chop these up a bit though. I like this particular brand because it doesn't have any sulfites in it. And really, I think the sulfites are just to maintain color in this. I don't really care if it's a bright red tomato. I just want it to taste good. And I want it to be good for me. I want it to be beneficial to eat instead of something harming me. All right, I've got my burner turned up pretty high. Okay, I got a piece of a stem or something. I'm picking that out. I have everything else up here kind of waiting in the wings. I did a video this morning on these little chicken tamales, shredded chicken tamales, and I had a little bit of chicken left. So this recipe doesn't originally call for chicken, but I'm using that chicken, I'm throwing it in here. And when I cooked the chicken for that recipe, I saved the broth, so it was exactly 2 cups of broth that I needed for this recipe, so it worked out well that I'm doing both those recipes in the same day. I had a little bit of an art project to do in between that video and this, but honestly, it just kept getting darker and stormier. It's just like some really freakish, stormy weather right now. For the yesterday, today, and tomorrow are all supposed to be kind of sketchy as far as the weather. We have to be pretty cautious, but if I don't stay busy, I am so sleepy I cannot even function. So I have to keep doing something. So I'm drawing, I'm cooking, I'm moving around doing things. I cannot just like sit down and read because I'm a goner. All right, to this, I am going to add my 2 cups of chicken broth. I just put this in the jar this morning. I shouldn't have even put it in the refrigerator, but I guess I didn't realize I needed chicken broth for this particular recipe at that point. All that broth and a 1/2 cup of milk. And our sun-dried tomatoes. And this is an 8-ounce jar, so I probably have a little bit less than 8 ounces, but that's okay. You use the 8 ounces and we'll be good. I'll call it good. I'm not going to miss any of them in mine because I don't know what this tastes like originally. I can't say. It didn't taste as good as it did last time because there wasn't a last time. This is my first time of having this. But the recipe looked super interesting. and the picture looked fabulous, so that's what makes me decide that I need to make it. Okay, we're going to let this come to a boil. In the meantime, we're going to get our pasta out. This is the kind of pasta I'm using right now. Notice it does not say enriched anywhere on the label. In fact, the only ingredients it has is organic durum wheat semolina. Nothing enriched. So nothing was taken out for them to have to replace with something inferior. It's just durum wheat semolina. So I did a video recently on how to buy pasta. Avoid buying something with the word enriched on it, really in just about anything. We're only going to need 8 ounces of this, and this is a 1 pound package. So I'm going to take half of it. Okay, come into a nice boil. We're going to take our pasta and put it directly in there. And after just a little bit, these ends should be getting soft, and then we can fit it all into the pan. I love these pasta dishes that they give you the recipe and tell you just exactly how much liquid you need for that much pasta to absorb it, instead of having this big giant pot of water, cooking your pasta, draining the water off, and then adding it to the sauce. I love cooking it all in one pan. Now, like I said, this original recipe does not say to add any kind of meat at all to this, but because I have just this small amount of chicken left, these are some really super tender chicken thighs that we shredded for the tamales, then I'll go ahead and add that to it. I'm going to put the lid on this and let it cook for just a bit while I cut up my chicken. I mean, seriously, this can't be 4 ounces of chicken. There's really not that much in there. I'm going to cook this. I'm going to take some sourdough. I make sourdough all the time, and I'll take a slice of sourdough, put some butter on it, sprinkle some homemade Italian seasoning on it that we're actually going to add to this in just a minute. I just keep it in this bottle. And I'll make a little salad, and this will be the perfect meal. And it's just me eating, so there will be no complaints from any of my diners. Our pasta is pretty al dente right now, I would say. It's moving around freely in the pan, but it's not just turned to mush. So I'm going to turn the heat down just a little bit. We're going to add our other ingredients to it, which is 2 tablespoons of cream cheese, 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning. This is homemade Italian seasoning. I'm pretty sure I've done a video, maybe it was just on how to make Italian seasoning from scratch, but I'm telling you, it's the goods. 1 teaspoon of that. Half a teaspoon of ground black pepper. I just happen to have some extra that I ground. Fourth of a teaspoon of salt. And optionally, some crushed red pepper flakes. Maybe just about that much. I'd say 1/4 to a 1/2 teaspoon. have extra broth in there that this chicken came out of in case that starts absorbing so much of the liquid that I need to add more. This calls for 1/3 cup of grated. It probably called for Parmesan Reggiano in the initial recipe, but you know me, I'm going to change it to Romano. This is what I buy, Pecorino Romano. It is the goods. I like it so much better than Parmesan. When people say, oh, Parmesan's just so good in things, I'm thinking, until you try the Pecorino Romano, and then you might change your mind. I honestly think I probably am part Italian. I'm really not, but my husband used to laugh and say he thought I was Italian because I like Italian food so much. Okay, 1/3 cup of grated Romano. Okay, I think I'm going to add a little bit more of this broth. I'll just dump the rest of it in there. It'll keep me from having to put that jar back in the refrigerator. We're going to add our chicken to it, which is not very much. And there we go. It is done. I'm going to turn the burner off. I will put the lid back on it. We'll let it stay warm. And we're going to have this in just a minute. Okay, that's it. How quick was that? Did you time me? Because my timer on my camera says I've been talking for 15 minutes and 28 seconds. So probably something's been cut out and made it even shorter than that. So hope you have enjoyed this. I hope you take a look at the recipe. It's in the description. And as always, thank you so much for joining us. And we look forward to sharing something again with you real soon. I'm fixing to taste this. I'll turn the camera back on and let you know what I think. See you in a minute. Okay, I'm going to try it now. Except for it's flying off my plate. I'm not going to take a huge bite because you can hear me chewing with this on. I don't do food noises. Okay, that's delightful. That really is delightful. Considering I finished this in under 16 minutes, if you've got the ingredients, just do it. I can taste the cream cheese in there. That's really, really nice. Okay, invite friends over, fix this. You're welcome. See you next time. Bye.